Hey YouTube, just thought I'd make a recent pickups video. I was actually watching Horror Fan Man's video about his recent pickups and he was around the pound shops. I actually did the same this weekend, so it was really interesting to see that even though I think he's in the UK and I'm in Ireland, both of our pound shops kind of had the same DVDs and Blu-rays available. And I actually feel that when you're going through a pound shop and looking up DVDs and Blu-rays, you're kind of walking through a minefield of terrible movies with the odd few good ones thrown in there. So it can be very hard to find some genuinely cool stuff. So Horror Fan Man, I hope that you found some good movies, and I hope I found some good movies. I know some of them are definitely good, but some of them I'm not familiar with. So yeah, the first one we have here is Record 2, or Rec 2. I really enjoyed the first movie. I think it's a great lock-in zombie movie, and it's honestly, it's thrilling. It's a very cool movie, and I know I say a lot of movies are cool, but this one is just, I really liked it. I don't know, I'd highly recommend the first one, so I'm hoping the second one's going to be good. Okay, the next one we have here is one I wasn't familiar with, Troll Hunter. It's a Norwegian film. I read in a few reviews that this movie might be wasted on people who aren't Norwegian, as there's a lot of national folklore tales that are very specific to Norway. So hopefully I will be able to enjoy the movie. The next one is one I wasn't familiar with. It's called The Pact. Well, when I say I wasn't familiar with it, I mean I never seen a trailer, but I do remember when it was in the cinema. And yeah, I mean it sounded alright. It has Sarah from Arrow in it, so maybe hopefully that'll be good. Yeah, so we'll see how this is. Okay, the next one might be a bit controversial. I know some people don't like these movies. There was a big backlash, but Paranormal Activity 2. I have the first one on Blu-ray. I remember going to the cinema to see it, and I really enjoyed it. Me and my friends had a good time, and we had a good time at the second movie and the third movie. The fourth one and after that were just some of the worst times at the cinema that I had. But yeah, the first three, yeah, I think they're pretty solid. I think the movies kind of complement each other. I have watched a few videos like Nick Spears taking them apart, and yeah, I agree with their points, but I still get a bit of enjoyment out of the movie. And I think if a movie can make you just have a bit of fun and just enjoy it, that's a good thing. So yeah, Paranormal Activity 1, 2 and 3 are okay in my book. So yeah, I got the third one as well. I mean, all of these were $150, so you know, they're relatively inexpensive, so I was pretty happy to get them. Okay, they were my pound shop pickups. Oh sorry, actually I have one more pound shop pickup here. A 2-disc edition of The Devil's Rejects. I love this movie. Personally, I think this is Rob Zombie's best movie. I think it's really cool. I enjoyed House of a Thousand Corpses, but this movie just took that concept, or more, it took the characters and put them into kind of a Western horror. It's just very different. I haven't actually seen another movie that was like The Devil's Rejects. I think it's very, very cool. There's that word again, but this is a very cool movie. It somehow has you rooting for these people that you know are scumbags, but at the same time you're like, oh, I just want you to succeed. You're so cool and likeable, even though if you were real, I would just avoid you and never want to meet you. But yeah, I mean, I think this movie is worth watching, and I was so happy to get the 2-disc edition of it. Now, the next movies here are from the CEX store, and they were relatively cheap. I can't really remember the exact prices, but they were ranging between €2 and $3.50. So the first one we have here is George A. Romero's Diary of the Dead. I nearly said Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, Diary of the Dead. This is the found footage zombie movie. Some people probably won't like this one, but I remember seeing this in the cinema, and I was young enough that I was so happy just to be seeing a zombie movie in the cinema, because that massive influx of zombie movies hadn't happened yet. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. This was a very limited edition. This is number 7,962. I don't know how many they made, but my friend had this copy of this DVD, and I was so jealous of it because it was honestly one of the coolest things I'd ever seen. I'd never actually seen a steelbook before this one. So yeah, I really coveted his edition. So when I saw this in the CEX, I jumped on it. So there's a childhood dream fulfilled right here. The next one we have is another steelbook for The Company of Wolves. This is a movie I don't really know anything about, but that cover is just so cool. I've heard this movie described as the sexy Red Riding Hood, Yeah, I don't know how accurate that is, but I just want to see a cool werewolf movie, so hopefully this will be the movie for me. The last one I have here is from a charity shop, and it's Monster with Charlize Theron and Christina Ricci. Sorry. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about this movie. It's meant to be pretty cool. Obviously, this isn't a horror movie; it's a crime drama, and yeah, it's about the first female serial killer in America. So hopefully it's enjoyable, and I'd say it has some good acting in it. From what I have heard, they won a few awards, so I'm looking forward to seeing it. So there's all my recent pickups. They're actually over the last 3 weeks. So yeah, I won't be able to make these movies as often because I'm in college, but hopefully the pound shop will be still available to me and there'll be some more good movies there. I just want to give a quick shout out before I go to Psychic Celluloid Signals. They are a great channel, they're up and coming, they just started making their videos and I was really happy because they watched my review of Dead Silence and then they made their own review and they gave me a great shout out, which was just, I was so happy when I saw that, and I just thought I'd return the favour because I think their content is pretty great. I'll link both the channels I was talking about into my description. But thank you for watching and have a nice day. See ya!